can I use a name that is already trademarked? The answer, I'm gonna wait to give you guys the answer. I'm gonna explain how trademarks work before I give you the answer. So when you, in the United States at least, when you trademark a name, you have to trademark it in at least one classification. You can't protect that name in every single industry just by filing in a registration, right? So you pick the classification. So if you sell clothes, then you're gonna trademark it in the classification for clothing. Now, if there's someone else that wants to use your name and they're in a completely different classification that has absolutely nothing to do with your industry and it's not similar to your industry, then yes, they can use that name because your name is only protected for the industry that you protected it in when you trademarked it and you signed up for that classification. So it's only protected in that classification. For example, the word Dove. Now we all know of Dove, the body wash, and then we all know of Dove, the chocolate. Those are two trademarks that are owned by two separate companies, but the reason that they're able to coexist is because they're in two different industries that are not similar to each other. One is in skincare and one is in something that has to do with food or chocolate, right? And so that is how they're able to both exist and be owned by a different company, although it is the same name. So that is what you can do. If there's a trademark that is already registered and they're not in the same industry as you and it's not even a similar industry, then you may be okay with using it and you may be okay with registering it. Now I will say, when it comes to very, very famous marks, it's a whole different ball game. Y'all can't just go and take something from Nike and find some random industry and slap it in there, because it's a little different when it's different. We're not gonna get into that. But for the most part, yes, if you have a name that is in a different industry than the other registered mark, then you will be okay. And as always, this is not legal advice. This video is for educational purposes only. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment. If you actually need legal advice, I suggest you consult with an attorney like myself.